Hi everyone, I'm Antonia from Heimdal, back with your November cybernews roundup. November may seem like a pause before the year-end rush, but behind the scenes, the cyber threat landscape stayed relentlessly active. In mid-November, the Office of Pennsylvania's Attorney General released new details about a major ransomware attack that originally took place back in August. According to the update, the attackers stole files containing both personal and medical information. The incident first came to light on August 19th when staff discovered that critical systems had been taken offline. The attack disrupted almost everything connected to the Attorney General's network, its website, employee email accounts, and even landline phone systems. By early September, Attorney General Dave Sunday publicly confirmed that ransomware was involved and that the office had refused to pay the ransom. Security experts found that the attackers had gained access through Citrix NetScaler appliances exposed online. Several of these devices were vulnerable to an actively exploited flaw tracked as CVE 2025-5777, also known as Citrix Bleed 2. One of the vulnerable appliances had already been offline since July 29th, and the second went offline on August 7th, just days before the ransomware was discovered. Although the office didn't officially attribute the attack to any specific group, the INC ransomware gang later took responsibility. On September 20th, they added the Attorney General's office to their leak site and claimed to have stolen 5.7 terabytes of data. They also said that the breach allegedly gave them access to an internal FBI network. The Federal Communications Commission reversed a major cybersecurity requirement for U.S. telecom carriers, a rule that had been introduced in January this year in response to the massive breaches carried out by the Chinese threat group known as Salt Typhoon. But after sustained lobbying from major telecommunications firms that argued the new framework was too burdensome and disruptive to their operations, the FCC has now withdrawn the rule. Under new leadership, the FCC said it made the decision because providers have already taken important steps to strengthen their cybersecurity posture since the Salt Typhoon attacks, and have agreed to continue improving security in a coordinated way. The decision drew immediate criticism from lawmakers and security experts who worry that removing mandatory requirements could leave critical communications networks exposed. November brought two significant data breaches to the Ivy League, both involving nearly identical tactics and impacting some of the most prestigious universities in the US. Princeton University confirmed that attackers gained access to one of its databases on November 10th. The attack started with a successful phishing attempt against a university employee, which gave the threat actor access into a system used for fundraising and alumni engagement activity. The compromised data included names, emails, phone numbers, and home or business addresses, essentially the biographical details Princeton uses to maintain relationships with its community. While no financial data, login credentials, or records under privacy regulations were stored in that database, the exposure still affected a massive group. All Princeton alumni ever enrolled, their spouses or partners, alumni, widows and widowers, university donors, parents of students, current students, and both current and former faculty and staff. The university has since blocked the attackers' access and reported that no other internal systems were reached. Individuals were advised to be cautious of messages pretending to be from Princeton, especially those asking for sensitive information. Later in November, Harvard University announced a similar breach after its alumni affairs and development systems were compromised through a voice phishing attack. The hackers accessed personal information belonging to alumni, students, donors, staff, faculty, parents of current and former students, and even some current students and staff. The exposed data closely mirrored Princeton's case. Contact details, event attendance records, donation info, and other biographical data tied to alumni, engagement activity, and fundraising efforts. As with Princeton, Harvard confirmed that no social security numbers, passwords, or financial data were part of the affected systems. Harvard started working with law enforcement and third-party cybersecurity experts to investigate the incident and notified impacted individuals on November 22nd and urged them to treat the unexpected calls, texts, or emails claiming to be from the university with extreme caution, especially those involving password resets or sensitive data. The scale and similarity of these breaches highlight how social engineering remains one of the most effective entry points even for institutions with substantial security resources. And this is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, share it with your connections, and subscribe to Heimdal's YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.